Welcome to the Drive-In Movie Podcast.
Now playing Jurassic World Rebirth.
This is the podcast where me and Berkan go see a blockbuster movie in theaters.
And then immediately come to the car to make a podcast about it. No professional equipment.
Right.
Nothing crazy.
Out in the wild, there's stuff going on around us. Sorry if that, ends up being a distraction later on.
And you know what? You're driving in with us, so
Right.
Thank you for being here.
It makes things a little bit more fun. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Berkan, do you want to hop right into it?
Yeah, we didn't talk about this.
What didn't we talk about?
I don't actually know how you feel about this movie.
No. I do like how we don't really discuss our thoughts until we're in the car. This is the first time we're discussing the actual movie.
It's pretty good. Good. I have to shout out to Escape Pod for the inspiration for that.
Really?
Yeah, they're the ones I got. That's where I got that from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, shout out.
Shout out to them. How many Michaels are you giving Jurassic World Rebirth?
All right, out of 10 Michaels, I'm giving it 7. I'm rounding up.
Okay.
I'm going to give it 7.
Okay.
I thought it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you want out of a Jurassic Park movie. It's fun. There's dinosaurs everywhere.
I'm going to give it 8.
Whoa.
Which surprised me because honestly, the first act of this movie, I was like, dear Lord, this movie is not. Where are the dinosaurs? Where are the dinosaurs?
The first act, there's a lot of buildup.
Yeah, so much buildup. But then I love the stress state I was in for the rest of the movie. So
yeah,
it recovered.
Yeah, once there is one dinosaur, they're constantly in danger. Shit hits the fan so fast.
So quickly.
So fast.
It's so stressful. Although, to be honest, are we getting spoilers?
Should we wait a little bit maybe
let's wait a little bit.
Let's wait a little bit.
Let's wait a little bit. I'll hold that thought. But
what did you think of Scarlett Johansson in this role? Okay, you're trying to purr.
I can't purr. I can't do it. We've established this.
Scarlett Johansson, I love her as an actor.
Still my heart.
I don't know if I love her in this role. I don't really see her.
She doesn't really. Here's the thing. Jurassic Park is a passion project for her.
Uh-huh.
She's always loved the franchise. She's always wanted to be in the franchise. She's been, pleading for it for years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy that she finally got her chance.
Yeah.
But yes, it's not. She doesn't really bring anything unique.
I don't think she does a bad job.
She doesn't do a bad job.
But she doesn't kill it.
I'm actually surprised how much writing she doesn't get. To be honest, I don't think it's her fault.
She doesn't get?
Yeah, I don't really think it's her fault, to be honest.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I think her character is just. It's not really about her as you think it would be.
And I don't think the motivation for the character makes a lot of sense either. But I mean, I might go into spoiler territory if I explain why.
But I think it's okay. I mean, why do you think Scarlett Johansson and crew would go to Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, to be chased around by dinosaurs? Money.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole reason Jurassic Park and Jurassic World exist.
But then
money.
But then the entire movie, she's acting like she is not a mercenary, like she's a benevolent person who's doing things out of the kindness of her own heart, and that doesn't. I mean, just given her backstory, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Listen, from a pure take the dinosaurs out, take the story, motivations aren't really there.
Mm-hmm.
There's no real development.
I mean, even the scientist, the scientist was like, "I'm not gonna go. That's dangerous and illegal." And then they were like, "You could see a dinosaur in the wild," and then he's like, "I'm in." That's all it took.
but there's no real character growth for anybody in this movie. They're the exact. Honestly, they're the same people they were when they came to the island as they are when they're leaving.
There might have been one character who grew a little bit, maybe two, like the boyfriend, maybe.
No, he was kind of. Do you know what? This isn't really a spoiler because if you haven't seen the movie, you're not gonna understand what I'm meaning. Do you know why he didn't grow?
Why?
He didn't take the wheel at the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
If
he did that, it would have been you got a point.
That would have been a cool callback.
But they didn't do it.
No, that would have been so cool if he did. Actually, I hadn't even thought about that.
I'm telling you, this is my curse.
They should get you in the writer's room, Berkan.
There's a lot of studios that need to get me in the writer's room.
Get this man.
I'm good at what I do.
Get this man a pen and paper.
I'm good at what I do. My gosh.
But with that said, still, I couldn't have asked for much more out of a Jurassic Park movie.
Even with the score, even with the story being what it was, the dinosaur action was so suspenseful.
Oh,
listen, Jurassic World movies should only be made if they're in a jungle. I don't want. We tried to bring them in real world nonsense. Stupid. It does not work the same.
And here's the thing: for the 7th Jurassic Park movie, it's still
refreshing. It gets you every single freaking time.
I know. You know what's gonna happen, and you're still on the edge of your seat.
Right. And here's the thing: they at least attempted something I couldn't understand why the last Jurassic World trilogy did not do.
What?
I didn't understand why in like the Jurassic World Dominion we didn't see like a T-Rex like rampaging through New York like Godzilla. Like, why didn't we see any of that? Like, we saw a little bit in Italy, and that was kind of cool. But like, I wanted some like Godzilla like carnage. At least this one, they did show us what it was like in like cities like New York with dinosaurs.
Right, but even then they picked like kind of a lame dinosaur.
Yeah, but I mean, it was frustrating. I mean, I would be frustrated.
Yeah, it caused a traffic jam.
Yeah, I'd be.
That's all it was.
I'd be so pissed.
Maximum amount of damage.
That's a very realistic situation.
Imagine if they. The crazy thing is, you're right, because if they brought back dinosaurs in like 1 month, we'd be bored with them. We'd be like, yes! All right, dinosaurs are back.
Dinosaurs are back.
Like, they brought back direwolves in real life.
Nobody cares.
Well, yeah, but for a while we were like, oh my god, it's real life Game of Thrones. And now we're like,
people are like, I guess should we do this? Oh, look! Some celebrity did a thing.
Yeah.
the Odyssey trailer dropped, guys. Pay attention to that instead.
Right.
I tried making a joke and like thinking of like something funny, and then I blanked.
No, yeah, you interrupted me to make a half joke, so thanks for that.
I'm sorry.
No,
but at least my interruption like was an effort to back what you were saying.
Thanks,
I wasn't changing the subject.
Okay, so the Odyssey trailer was at the beginning of this movie.
Yeah.
What was the point of that?
It's a year away.
Yeah, but the trailer's so short and it doesn't show us anything.
It's a tease. It's supposed to tease like it's showing you Tom Holland. It's addressing who these characters are.
We already knew Tom Holland.
It shows Matt Damon is going to be on this like sea voyage.
That's the whole point of the Odyssey. We already knew that was going to happen.
Not everybody knew it was going to happen. A lot of people
in the Odyssey.
Okay, Jack Lifts. Shout out Jack Lifts, who was on an episode back like last month. I was literally, we were in our office, and I was sitting there talking about the Odyssey. We're talking about the teaser, and he like dead ass was like, "No spoilers, like please don't spoil it." Dude. I was like, "What?" He's like, "I know nothing about the Odyssey. I don't want to know." I was like, "Jack,
it was written like thousands of years ago, dude."
But my point is like, so okay, Michael and I in our school system. We kindergarten through high school. We studied the Odyssey like what 3 or 4 times. I swear it was like every other year.
Yeah, I feel like I know everything, every aspect of it. Yeah.
As soon as we got into middle school, 6th grade, 8th grade, 10th grade, senior year, Odyssey.
Yeah,
that was like everyone's go-to Odyssey.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Zeus and Poseidon. Odyssey.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't start with the Iliad. To be real with you, because nowadays, everything's a series, everything's a franchise.
You want a mythological cinematic?
I mean, they could have done a sequel. They could have made this 2 movies.
Yeah, they could have.
Is it gonna be like part 1, part 2?
No, just one movie.
Just one movie.
Just one epic.
Even that's unheard of now.
Yeah, I bet it's gonna be. I bet honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 4 hours.
It's gonna be it's gonna be 3 hours for sure.
Not 4. You
don't think that's gonna be like an extended edition, maybe?
No, I think it's gonna be like 4 hours.
At that point, split it up into 2
parts.
I
think the Odyssey is going to be one of the biggest cinematic events of all time.
Yeah, but Wicked, did Wicked break $1 billion?
No.
Wicked didn't break $1 billion?
No.
Okay, interesting, because I feel like that was anything anyone could talk about for a long time. They split that into 2 parts, and I'm happy for it because
but they didn't
the movies are like 2 hours long a piece.
I think it's different.
Okay.
Like, I think you knew Wicked was going to be popular, but you didn't. Wicked's more of like a money like grab, like you can get away with doing it twice.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Odyssey's like, it's one time, it's Christopher Nolan, it's an event. It's going to be a huge event, which is why, even though, listen, how often do movies like put out a teaser like that a year before its release?
A teaser like that? I don't know.
Nowadays. It doesn't happen.
Okay.
So it's like, you could say like, oh, it wasn't really a teaser, but like a year, we're still more than a year away. It's like the end of July 2026. So I think they're just starting the marketing. They're getting people excited. People are talking about it.
The crazy thing is, I feel like they released the cast list not long ago. So they must have. How long have they been filming?
They started filming, I think it's been since January.
Okay. Yeah, so they haven't done a ton, probably.
Oh, no, it's been like 6-7 months.
Oh, how long is filming normally?
6-7 months.
Oh, so they're okay.
They're probably almost done.
I thought maybe it took like a year.
They have to be almost done because Tom Holland, who's Spider-Man Brand New Day, releases a week after the Odyssey. That movie actually begins filming this month. So I'm pretty sure the Odyssey is about to be finished.
Dude, that's got to be so weird when your schedule is like, okay, so I can dedicate 6 months to this $1 billion franchise, but then as soon as that's done, I have to switch to a different $1 billion franchise.
Tom Holland's at least doing it with Zendaya.
Which one? The Spider-Man one? Okay, I thought Zendaya wasn't in the Spider-Man one.
No, she is. Zendaya is in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Oh, okay.
Zendaya, so MJ and Ned are both going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
I thought I heard that they weren't going to be in the new one.
No, they're going to be in. I doubt they'll have significant roles.
Why?
Because that would be terrible.
If they were, what's the point of bringing them back if they're not going to have significant
because
roles?
it's like a callback to Peter's past life. Like Peter's like longing for them.
It's just going to be a callback. It's not going to be him trying to
I'm sure
get
he
his
tries,
past life back.
I'm sure he tries to like engage in some way, shape, or form, but it would cheapen it.
Okay.
Like you wouldn't think like if MJ remembered Peter Parker as Spider-Man in this movie, it would cheapen No Way Home.
Not if she remembered. I mean, if she remembered, it would cheapen it. But I would like to see him try to
build something.
Reestablish himself.
I think he will, but I don't think
life.
You can't make that the plot of the movie, and it's definitely not going to be the plot of the movie.
Well, I mean, obviously, there's got to be a bad guy. There's got to, they got to beat each other up.
I think it's like a side quest. It needs to be a side quest for Peter and Spider-Man.
Yeah. Sure. But I mean, you would think that'd be the main side quest.
It probably is his main side quest, but it's not going to be the main plot.
No, I mean the love interest is never the main plot in those action movies.
Do you know what probably will happen? Peter Parker will probably be in a situation where he has to choose between progressing his new relationship with MJ and trying to be friends with Ned again, or being Spider-Man. And this time he's going to pick Spider-Man.
Classic. Yeah,
of course. It's the Peter Parker curse.
That's what it always is.
But I wouldn't be surprised if that's how they incorporate them.
You know what bothered me about Jurassic Park?
What?
Why did nobody ever try to make a spear? In Avatar, what was the first thing that Jake Sully did when he was abandoned in the jungle? He grabbed the stick, he grabbed his knife, and he made a spear. The whole time they're walking around, no weapons, completely defenseless to this entire dinosaur jungle. And the whole time they could have just picked up a stick and made a fucking spear. Cavemen hunted woolly mammoths to extinction with sticks. And these people are just walking around dinosaur food. And they're, whoa, I hope I don't run into a velociraptor. What are you talking? You're on an island completely inhabited by dinosaurs. That's what you came to the island for.
You're so right. That's crazy.
Pick up anything.
Pick up something.
They're just, you're not going to outrun.
But like, okay, if guns don't really work, will spear work?
Oh, the guns work.
Do they? I mean, I feel like this is the first movie where I saw a gun actually work.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, we did see a gun work. So
hey, that's true. All right.
That's the other thing. I do think that in these movies they value the dinosaur lives a lot, but the dinosaur lives don't value the human lives at all. So what the humans are trying to take the high road. Dude,
we have morality.
Yeah, but you're going to be
humans. That's
that morality is going to make you dinosaur food.
Yeah, but dinosaurs aren't human, so they don't have it. That's what makes you human.
If you don't play on their level, you're going to die. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I got a fun idea.
What's up?
What if we introduce a new segment where we improv a scene that we think could be in a movie in Jurassic World? So, like, what if we play out like we are two guys who just came back from Jurassic Park?
Oh, we just came back?
We were just in it. Yeah. So it's like extended universe type crap.
Okay. Is this... Okay.
It's all improv.
All right.
So, let's set the scene. In a situation where you and I go to Jurassic Park, who's who?
Do we have to pick real characters?
No. It's you and I.
Okay. You're the guy who wanted us to go.
Tracks.
You're the guy who convinced me to go.
Yeah, and you're probably irrationally mad at me.
Irrationally?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Well, no, would you not be irrationally upset?
I think it'd be very rational.
Okay, we can play that.
I think it'd be... I mean, he'd be upset.
Yeah.
But he'd be understandably upset.
Oh, wait, I understand. Now I understand what irrational means. I forgot the word meant for a second. That's funny.
Irrational. Dude, what are you so mad about, dude?
So stupid.
The guy next to me got plucked up by a pterodactyl and swallowed whole, Berkan.
You're right. You're right. All right, shall we do this?
Okay, sure.
All right. Okay.
All right.
All right. How do we...
Right. Do you want to start?
Let's mimic. I'm in the car.
Okay.
All right. And... Scene. Michael, we did it! We're back!
Don't touch me.
What?
Don't touch me.
Michael, this is a good thing. We made it. We survived Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but we're covered in blood, dude.
No, Michael, this is fine. We can wash this out. This is okay. Michael, we survived. Michael, we get to tell people we went to Jurassic Park and lived.
I'm so glad you got a souvenir out of
I touched a Brontosaurus.
Yeah. While it was chasing us.
Dude, they were vegetarians. They're fine. It's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, when I was staring at the bottom of their foot, all I was thinking is, oh, good thing that they eat leaves.
I pulled you out. It was okay. This is a memorable experience, Michael. This was once in a lifetime.
Oh, yeah, it's memorable. I'm going to have to go to a therapist to forget it, dude.
Oh, you'll be fine. The T-Rex was only a little traumatizing. Plus, Gary...
That's true. The T-Rex did save our ass, though.
Yeah, so. He did. He always comes through.
He did redeem himself.
You know, and Gary, well, we can always find a new Gary.
Dude, that guy owed me money. I paid for his ticket. Oh, who would have thought? You know, oh my God, the Snickers wrapper really fucked us in the end. I mean, everything was fine until you bought that fucking Snickers.
Listen, I know there's signs. I know they said don't feed the pterodactyls, but you get once in a lifetime to feed a Snicker bar to a pterodactyl.
Oh, they got fed. Gary, yeah, they loved eating Gary. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, you know what? You know what's ironic?
What?
Gary took my Snickers bar, and then the pterodactyl took the Snickers bar from Gary.
Circle of life, I guess.
Circle of life. Karma, you know?
Yeah. So when are we going next?
Yeah, I think next week we can book it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I hear they're rebranding to Jurassic World. So
dude, we gotta
go when they open the new park.
That's crazy. Scene. Nailed it.
All right.
Nailed it. See, that was fun. That was kind of fun.
That was.
Yeah, poor Gary. Rip Gary. Do we have to make it a thing where Gary doesn't make it in every situation?
He dies in every movie?
Yeah.
That would be funny. Did John Williams do the soundtrack for this movie? Or did they just
I think they just used it.
They just used the Jurassic
he may have used it. I don't know.
Because I heard the Jurassic theme a couple times.
Oh yeah, they definitely incorporated it.
Of course. It's
they own it. So it's every Jurassic World movie.
But I don't know if they came up with any original songs. I don't know if they did anything.
No, of course there's some like original tunes.
Yeah.
But can we address the Snickers thing real quick though?
The stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Okay. Picture this. Jurassic World starts.
Is it Jurassic World or Jurassic Park, by the way?
It's Jurassic World.
Oh, I've been saying Jurassic Park this whole time.
Jurassic World starts, and all hell breaks out because a man decided, I want to eat a Snickers bar.
Yeah. In a sanitary clean room. What's it called? In a white room. He's bringing a Snickers bar.
Yeah, and he gets sucked in, and the whole thing just goes...
Yeah.
Crazy.
He lets out the most dangerous animal ever created.
He doesn't let it out.
No.
It's contained, but he is the reason why the entire research facility is shut down.
Well,
and why the island is abandoned.
And the dinosaur gets out at some point.
Yeah, of course, the island's abandoned. He's gonna break out. There's no security procedures.
I guess.
But dark theater, quiet. I'm just giggling. I could not stop giggling about it. It took me a second to lock back in this movie, to be honest, because of it. Man, there's rare times.
And you're watching that wrapper float around.
It's like, oh, come
on. That wrapper covers ground.
I know it's supposed to be suspenseful, but I just, because it is just floating around, what the danger does. I just couldn't get over the fact that this man was probably having a day. It was I need to pick me up. Went to a vending machine, bought a Snickers bar, and then literally
and it kills him.
It destroyed him.
It's the reason he's dead. Something else I thought was interesting about this movie was that I found myself paying more attention to the family than I was paying attention to Scarlett Johansson's team.
Yeah, because they were actually... That was the most interesting part of the movie.
The movie is kind of split up into an A plot and a B plot, and I found the B plot way more interesting.
Well, yeah, because that's always what was so exciting about Jurassic Park. The first movie, you think about the kids.
Mm-hmm.
The kids that are in the situation.
Yeah.
And Alan Grant, them trying to survive with nothing.
Yeah.
You think about Jurassic Park 3. They're trying to find this kid again.
Yeah.
That's the first Jurassic World. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
B plot with kids who are loose as dinosaurs, and you're trying to recover kids, and they're trying to get safety. The last two Jurassic Worlds lose that. That's the part that I don't need to see soldiers running from dinosaurs the whole time, because they're soldiers. I know they're somewhat prepared.
There's always got to be children in danger, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's relatable.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's more fun that way.
Right.
You know that they're never going to hurt a child with a dinosaur.
There's got to be kids on the brink of death.
Has Jurassic Park ever featured a child being eaten by a dinosaur?
No.
See, they're plot armor. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And you do know the kid's going to make it.
Yeah, so it's fun. It's more fun that way.
I was wondering if one of them was going to get eaten. You know what I mean?
I would have been okay with it.
I think, yeah.
I would have been okay with the older sister being eaten.
Yeah.
She was dumb. She was so dumb.
What did she see in that?
She was so dumb.
I didn't like her boyfriend.
She was dating a dumb man. Well, he had his moments, but a stupid butthole. And then she sees a sleepy T-Rex, and she goes, "Let me blow this raft up."
Dude.
What?
It was... I mean, and the entire rest of the family's going, don't do it.
Don't do it. She's like, let me drag this box.
She almost killed her whole family. Dock. She almost killed her whole family. What did you think was going to happen?
Stupid. So stupid.
Whatever.
So stupid. Oh, my goodness.
Dude, do you know what I've been watching recently for the first time?
What have you been watching recently?
I've been watching Glee for the first time.
What do you know about me with Glee?
About what?
What do you know about me with Glee?
You with Glee?
Yeah.
I know you've seen it.
Do you know I've watched it probably once a year since my sophomore year of high school?
No.
I love Glee. It is such a guilty pleasure. It is my guilty pleasure.
It is a guilty pleasure.
And I have a sad admission. Admission? I have a sad thing to admit. Admission. I have a sad thing to admit with my love for Glee.
What's that?
I'm at the point now where I skip the songs.
Wait, like the Glee Club. The club that's about singing.
Oh, yeah. I skim through the songs, and I just watch it for the story. Because I'm so entertained. I know it so well now. I'm so entertained by just, like, the stupid...
They do write some crazy stuff. I've only seen like 5 episodes, and they write some crazy stuff.
It gets crazier. You're just like, what the heck?
These characters are weird, dude.
Yeah, so I skip through the plot.
There's one character whose entire arc is the fact that he sleeps with moms, and he's in high school, which means that there's a lot of women out there who's sleeping with this minor.
That's part of the Glee. The Glee is so like ridiculous. It's insane.
And nobody seems to be disgusted by it, by the way. Nobody seems to be, like,
grossed
out. They're just like, yeah, that's the guy who sleeps with adults. That's the kid who sleeps with adults.
Man, Glee is a wild time. There's some crazy... Glee in general, it was just has some crazy stories.
Yeah.
Because it's like... so much happened with that set. There's a whole documentary of, like, the set, the crew, like, the environment.
There's a documentary about it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Glee set was crazy. And there's so much drama around the show because, do you know what happened?
No.
You don't know what happened?
No, this is my first time watching I've never cared about it.
But you don't know what happened in real life?
No, I don't know. I know nothing about
do I tell him?
What happened?
If I tell you.
Does it ruin the story for me or whatever?
You'll be wondering when it comes.
Oh.
But it's pretty tragic.
The real life story is tragic?
No, like what really happened is tragic.
I think you have to tell me now.
Do you know who Corey Monteith is?
No.
Okay.
Is that a character?
Finn.
Oh, okay.
He died during filming.
Oh.
Yeah, he passed away from drug overdose.
Oh.
Yeah, while they were filming. Like, so well before the show ended. He's in a lot of it, don't get me wrong. Like, it happens towards, like, the end.
Oh, that's...
But, yeah, it's incredibly sad. But there's this whole, like, documentary about, like, everything that was going on. And actually, a lot of people from Glee have passed away.
Really? Like the kids?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's really... Oh, not a lot. I think 3 total.
That's
a lot.
Seems like
it's
a lot,
it's pretty
honestly.
Significant. But
was it all like the same thing? Was it all drug overdoses?
No, one of them might have been. I don't know actually. I know one of them was actually sad. I think she drowned.
Oh wow.
It gets pretty. It's a tragic story.
Do you think there's like a curse on the cast type thing?
I think that's a little bit of the documentary, to be honest.
Really, is that a bunch of stuff was happening that just didn't seem?
It was crazy, but let's talk about Glee.
Okay. Yeah, I'm only like 5 or 6 episodes in, and there's someone faking a pregnancy.
Yep.
There's someone who is on the chastity team
Bingo.
who is pregnant because of adultery.
Bingo.
And has convinced their virgin boyfriend that they are the father.
Bingo.
There is what else happened? Oh, the teacher in episode 1 manipulated the main character
with drugs.
Into joining the Glee Club through lies about drugs.
Yep.
And that has not even been mentioned since then. What else happened?
Oh,
I love Sue. Sue Sylvester. Every single line of hers like the cheerleading coach.
Yeah, she's pretty iconic.
She's so funny.
She's a brilliant character, and she stays brilliant.
I love her.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I love Glee. I love the show. It is such it's a guilty pleasure, but I don't even care. I truly love that show.
I can't imagine how much the licensing must cost for each episode. They do 3 musical numbers of hit songs.
That's another thing. That's also part of the documentary, was like how crazy they worked. Because it's like they were filming those episodes a week, so they're learning all the songs.
They were filming every episode. It took only a week for each episode.
Yeah, essentially that's like you're on TV schedule. It's like
I guess so, but they're an hour long.
So they're filming the scenes. You know, they're learning the choreography. They're learning the songs. They're recording the songs. They're filming the songs. They do that for the whole show. The season will end. They went on tour, and then they come back to tour ends. They go right back into filming. Like, it was crazy, but it was insanity. Like, Glee was like genuinely one of the craziest phenomenons.
I do remember that it was the #1 TV show for a while. I never watched it when it was.
Yeah.
I'm
genuinely surprised they haven't tried rebooting it, to be honest.
I mean, nobody wants the curse, I guess.
Yeah. It'll probably happen someday.
It'll probably happen. I mean, they're rebooting Dexter.
Dexter, yeah, but Dexter's good.
Yeah,
Dexter's always been good.
This is kind of a reboot. They rebooted Fantastic Four. They're doing all these remakes. They just remade How to Train Your Dragon. I mean,
yeah, that's a reboot.
They're doing it. I mean, they're gonna get to it. You know what I mean?
They'll get to it.
That's gonna be on the schedule.
Sure. It's just a matter of when.
Everything that's ever existed at some point is gonna be rebooted.
Yeah. Speaking of TV shows,
you
haven't seen Ironheart, right?
Not at all.
So, okay, Ironheart is a brand new Marvel series about Riri Williams. After the events of Wakanda Forever, she gets expelled from MIT, and she has her suit, so she does some questionable things. It's 6 episodes long. Premiered last week. It ended a couple days ago.
Okay.
So they released 3 episodes last week, 3 episodes this week. It's actually really entertaining.
So you liked it?
I actually really enjoyed Ironheart. Okay. I thought this action's like fun. The characters are lovable. Like, you can invest with them. The writing's consistent. It builds every episode. They introduce somebody that people have been waiting years to be introduced to the MCU, which is pretty snazzy.
Is it somebody who I would know the name of? Or?
I'm sure you've heard. of this person. You probably have never seen them, but
because I've never read any comic books.
This is probably like in the last 5 years since Marvel has made TV shows. It's probably the most theorized character, and they finally involved them. Really exciting, and also I just love that it feels like more of like a tragic tale instead of like a typical hero story. And it ends leaving you wanting more. So I really like it. I think it's on the same level as Miss Marvel and Hawkeye. I know you really love Hawkeye, but I think for most people, Hawkeye kind of...
I did like the TV show.
Like, not like mid, but like it's... I don't mean mid in a bad way, but it's kind of like on the upper middle.
I liked the characters and the writing and the plot, but I do understand that their superpower is archery. It's not super exciting compared to Loki or WandaVision, where it's multi-dimensional stuff. I can understand why it wouldn't get your blood pumping the same way, but I thought it was really well made. But a lot of these shows I haven't watched, or I started to watch and I didn't finish. So I didn't even really know Ironheart was going on for a long time.
Yeah, you're pretty bad at Marvel marketing.
I know. Well,
but that was my fault. Honestly, it was my fault because I didn't tell you about it.
And it's a huge time commitment too.
Well, this one, like I said, they released all 6 episodes kind of at once. I don't know if I love that or hate that.
So it wasn't on the weekly schedule?
Okay, so they released 3 last week and 3 this weekend. It's done. 2 weeks.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, so it's all out there.
Because for these previous shows, they've been doing it on a weekly basis.
And you know what? This is the first time I thought the 6 episode format worked.
Is that because you had all the episodes up front, or do you?
No, I just felt like it was paced well.
Okay.
You know, it was actually like the story like made sense. Like nothing felt rushed. It felt like, okay, this is the story.
Yeah,
I could do more.
Okay.
So it worked.
Do you want to give it Michaels? Do you want to rate it?
I give Ironheart 7.5 Michaels.
7.5. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, it's not like it's upper mid.
Yeah.
Upper middle in terms of like MCU shows. But this is the end of phase 5 of the MCU.
Okay. What does that really mean?
It means, everything's broken out in phases.
Yeah, but is there an arc for ech phase? Or at this point, what
they're supposed to be? They're supposed to be.
I feel like the arcs used to mean
Phase 6 will have an actual arc.
Yeah.
Because Phase 6 is, Fantastic Four, it's Spider-Man Brand New Day, it's Avengers Doomsday, Avengers Secret Wars, maybe a couple other things.
Right. Things start to connect in Phase 6, yeah.
Yeah, so I think, it's just building. I think Phase 5 was all about the multiverse. Because there wasn't really any multiverse in Phase 5, actually.
Oh.
Now I think about it.
Was Deadpool and Wolverine not Phase 5?
Deadpool and Wolverine was Phase 5. Okay, there's one. There's one thing with the multiverse.
Okay. Was that's Loki Season 2?
Okay, Loki was also in Phase 5. There's two things, but that's it. That's it.
Doctor Strange?
No, that was Phase 4.
Okay.
That was Phase 4.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's okay, Phase. It was okay. It was decent. Do you have, I think it started with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I think Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is easily the standout of Phase 5 for the MCU.
Oh, yeah. I think so too. The only thing that people said about it was that if you're just watching the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense because all of a sudden there's a new Gamora who doesn't remember it.
That's
the rest
true.
Of the cast.
Yeah,
so.
That's true.
But that was really the one complaint about.
I mean, if you're watching Guardians of the Galaxies, if you're not watching Infinity War and Endgame, you're stupid.
Oh, hello.
It's truth. Sorry.
Dang.
Before we end this podcast, this episode, I want to talk more about Superman.
Right, because you've already seen it.
So I'm not going to tell my opinions because I can't. I want to know how you're feeling about Superman. You get to see Superman in less than a week.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about Superman going into it? With all the marketing, all the trailing, all the trailers, what do you think about Superman?
I am excited for it. I just saw, I think, a new trailer before this movie. It was a new trailer. Okay. It did kind of look like a lot of the fight sequences were very CGI heavy that didn't necessarily need to be. It looked like they had the actor for Superman start a fight move, and then they just replaced him with a CGI model. And I would have preferred if they just kept him doing the moves and CGI'd around him. Does that ring true for you? You know what I mean? Because you've seen I guess you can't tell me. That's my main takeaway from this new trailer. But I do like how it pops. I think a lot of the colors pop, which I like. I think a lot of people don't really like. They think it looks very cartoony, but I like how vibrant it is.
What I can say, James Gunn, before the screening I was at, came up. Flex, I met James Gunn.
Flex. Okay.
He came up and he said, Guardians of the Galaxy was my love letter to cinema. I was incorporating and I was showcasing all the things I love about cinema. Superman's all the things I love about comic books. So
okay,
I feel like that adds a lot of context to what you just said.
I'm glad the dog's going to be in it. Krypton. Yeah. Do you remember the show about Krypto, the dog?
Of course.
When we were kids? I liked that show.
Of course, it was Krypto. How do you not like Krypto?
Yeah. But
did you connect with Superman growing up?
Not really. No. There's never really been a great Superman franchise.
Whoa.
I mean, Man of Steel, maybe.
I didn't like Man of Steel that much. I think Man of Steel's boring. Sorry. Henry Cavill's great as Superman. Man of Steel's boring. So
what would you say was the great? I mean, you've said the same thing before, that Superman never really played a part in your childhood. So
no, Superman did play a part in my childhood. Because I used to spend my summer in Turkey, and I had like very few movies that were English. And I was so desperate to watch something in English. And Superman 2 from 70s or 80s. I don't know when Superman 2 came out with Christopher Reeve. That was one scene that I watch all the time, and I really connected with the moment where a kid falls off in Niagara, and he ditches Lois to go become Superman, and Superman flies through the waterfall and saves the kid, and he's like, "Stay off the rails, kid," or whatever. That scene resonated with me my entire life.
I don't think I've ever seen that, actually.
You've never seen the Christopher Reeve Superman movies?
No. What year were those?
First one came out in 1978, something like that.
Okay.
But like the classic, it's a classic like Superman movie.
I guess so.
The original Spider-Man trilogy, I think, was inspired by the Superman movies. You know, like they're classic.
Well, this is really gonna be the first. This is gonna be the first Superman movie that I've seen in a long time, because I also didn't see Superman versus Batman. I didn't see a lot of those DC movies, honestly.
Oh, Michael!
I didn't see Justice League.
Michael.
What's up?
You just walked into homework.
Oh God. All right. So what do you want me to watch?
I don't know. You've seen Man of Steel?
A long time ago, I did.
Do I make you watch Man of Steel again? You know what? I think you watched Christopher Reeve's Superman.
Okay.
I think that will do you much more good than watching Superman vs. Batman.
Okay.
So Michael's going to watch Superman for the very first time.
You know what's... Okay. I'm also kind of doing other homework because I'm going to be seeing Lord of the Rings for the first time.
That's not this weekend, though.
Oh, that's
next after
weekend.
next.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
I'll be there
because for my entire life, I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
You just had to do it right after I rewatched the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Do you know how much of an effort that is, Michael?
I know. But you'll be watching this one with me.
I waited almost 10 years, and then I finally was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to watch it. Yeah. And then I get through the entire extended trilogy.
And I'm like, let's watch it again. Let's run it back.
You're like, I'm throwing a party. It's official.
Because I have to watch it with other people because everyone says that they want to watch it with me because I've never seen it before. Everyone's like, okay, then we need to watch it together. Yeah. And so I need everyone to be there.
I am very curious. I don't think you'll like the first Lord of the Rings as much.
Okay. So it's something that you have to watch as a trilogy?
Yeah.
That's interesting because when the first one came out, it was a hit, no? So then people had to wait years for the second one to come out?
Of course. But I think they waited like a year.
Okay.
They filmed it all at once.
Really?
Yeah, they filmed the whole
trilogy. They knew it was They knew it was going to be a hit.
This is something you couldn't wait. The
like,
entire story takes place in like a span of like a week.
This is like them filming How to Train Your Dragon 2, like the live action How to Train Your Dragon 2 before the first one even came out.
Well, they haven't filmed that yet.
Oh, right, but they announced it.
Yeah, they just announced it. But it's like they filmed Wicked Part 1 and Part 2 all
right. And I do like that because we don't have to wait 5 years for the second one to come out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna watch Superman.
I'll watch Superman.
Yeah. Okay. I want to amend my challenge from the last episode because I don't think we're gonna get 100,000 likes or 10,000 followers by the time Fantastic Four comes out. Mm-hmm. So new deal. We're
negotiating.
I will go to opening night of Fantastic Four. First steps: dressed as Sue Storm, blonde wig, actual suit, thick butt, boob implants.
Oh wow!
For only if this video, wherever it's clipped on, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whichever one, if this video, what do you think, gets 5,000 likes?
10,000.
10,000 likes?
We're not that cheap.
Okay, 10,000 likes, but you guys gotta follow. You guys gotta at least follow. Please just follow.
It's gonna be
hot.
Like,
hit the follow. That way you don't miss it.
It's gonna be hot, y'all.
Yeah, I look pretty good in the suit.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, yeah. While you're at it, follow us at the Drive-In Movie Pod.
Yes.
On all socials.
Yes, all socials. Be sure to hit up our Patreon, the Drive-In Movie Pod, because we do have exclusive Patreon episodes now.
Hello.
Our last episode, now playing the Iron Giant, was our very first Patreon episode, but we released it for all you guys.
Yeah.
So be sure to check that out. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, be sure to follow, rate 5 stars.
Yeah.
Leave a comment.
Yeah.
Subscribe on YouTube. And thanks for driving in with us.
Yeah,
y'all.
thanks for driving in with us.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
You know what I realized?
What?
We have an unfortunate acronym, I think. Because the Drive-In Movie Podcast, we're the DIMP.
We're the DIMP?
The Drive-In Movie Podcast.
Welcome to the DIMP.
Welcome to the DIMP.
We can put that on hats and shirts.
Oh, okay.
We got a merch guy.
Okay.
We can make it happen.
All right.
DIMP. Oh, by the way, if I do end up dressing up as Sue Storm, I promised the guy who designed our logos that he could create merch with me dressed as Sue Storm.
Oh.
So.
Okay. I don't know if... Okay.
I think you want it.
Okay. If... You know what? Maybe I will. I'll see. I don't know if I really want to have that seared into my brain forever. I already think that it's going to be a very memorable experience. I don't know if I'm going to need to...
I think you do, and I'm going to be right here.
Immortalize it. Okay.
Right here.
Well, thanks, buddy.
Thanks for driving in with us, guys. Well, thank you for listening to The DIMP.
It's such a stupid name.
It's what we are!
Yeah. All right. See you guys next time.
Bye. The DIMP!